Well, what's the emotions of the team right now after a game like that?
We left some plays out, that we should have got. So that's really all I got to say to that, to be honest.
Talk about your first career touchdown.
It was good, but it wasn't good enough to win us the game. I can't sit here and reminisce off that play because I feel like I definitely could have did more to win us the game. After all, we came here for a win. That's what we got to get done. So, we're going to watch the film, put this to bed, and get to next week.
You guys were down by 17 points, but you guys battled back. What does that say about this team?
We got belief. Like Coach always preaches, we always got belief in whatever we do, whatever play, whatever they run. It don't matter. We just got to keep that belief that we got. So, like I said, we're going to watch this film. We're going to look at our mistakes. And, we're going to keep that belief, and we're going to go on the next week. We're going to get us a win.
Can you walk me through the block kick to the touchdown?
It's a legendary play, I would say. But, again, in the moment it was good. It was enough to get us tied to the game, get us up. But, ultimately, we got to stop. We got to stop the other team. And we can't make those mistakes.
Talk about the play of this defense today.
It wasn't good enough to win the game, so we got to get right with that. Like I said, we're going to watch this film. We're going to dig deep. And we got to go win. Like I said, Coach, he always preaches belief. That's what we're going to stand on. So, belief is what we're going to keep having. And we're going to go win us again.
Thanks, Will.
Yep.
What was it that the Tampa defense was doing for you guys the first three quarters?
Honestly, nothing that we didn't expect. We just had some little things that we needed to clean up going into the first half. And, the whole goal, the whole coaching point at halftime was, we aren't going to change anything. We just got to execute what we were trying to do better. And then we were able to kind of get the ball rolling in the second half.
I was going to say, that fourth quarter, what was it like being out there as an offense? You guys are down by 17, but you battled back.
It's all about fight. It's all about, believing in each other. We were able to, kind of ride the back of our quarterback, who there ain't much he ain't seen, as long as he's been in this league. So I know everybody in the huddle had, the utmost confidence. And, like I said, just fight and believe.
What did you see when you saw Will McDonald when he blocked that kick? What was going through your guys' mind?
Well, it was an exciting moment, but, at the same time we knew the game wasn't over. And, that was just kind of a roller coaster of emotion right there. It was like, and then, kind of lock back into, make sure the defense gets that stop, and we're all cheering them on. And, unfortunately didn't go our way, but, great play by him.
You guys are still looking for that first one. How do you still stick to the belief and the focus in this room?
I mean, we've only played 3 games, so the process ain't going to change for us. It's, the same, get back to work, tomorrow, and, just focus on Miami.
Thanks, Brian.
Of course, thank you.